Hello everyone and welcome back. As I mentioned previously, there were two bikes that I got recently that had been found in a barn in Stoke-on-Trent in England, and well, this is the other one. This has been advertised as being pre-war. I suspected it might not be pre-war, but for what the asking price was for these two bikes, it still seemed like a bargain, especially since from the photos it looked nice and complete. You can see it's got full chain case. The rear section's not missing. It's not missing that little, little door in the cover where the cranks are. All the rod brake mechanisms are there. It's got a shifter. Yeah, so I suppose, yeah, it's still nice. It hasn't been cleaned yet, so of course it looks very dirty. It needs a good wash, a good go over some T-cut to bring the black out. So when this arrived, I had a look at the rear hub, and it certainly wasn't pre-war. The rear hub was a Sturmey Archer AG. It's a Dynahub model from August 1956. So, well after the war. And I thought, oh well, it's not pre-war, but it's not like, it's an 80s model that's been, dressed up or whatever. But the story of this bike gets a bit more interesting from here on. So I posted about these two bikes on the Raleigh Roadster owners group online, and someone offered to get an accurate date for these bikes based on the frame stamps. Based off the head badge and the frame numbers, it turns out that this bike is from 1950, not 1956. So the rear wheel and rear hub at least has been replaced at some point, which you might expect given the passage of time, but that's not all. And I'll show you when we do a walk around. The gear shifter is a late 60s, early 70s Sturmey Archer trigger shifter. So at some point in this bike's life, the rear wheel has been replaced with a newer AG hub, and then either the shifter or at the same time or later has also been replaced. Based on the fixings and the 1950 catalogue, and the 1951 catalogue and the 1947 catalogue, I've determined this to be a Raleigh Dawn Tourist model from 1950. And in 1951 the rear hub was an AG hub, and in 1947 the rear hub was an AW hub. So it could be that it came with an AW originally, and was replaced with an AG, or it came with an AG originally and that was also replaced. I mean, sadly there's no lights or wires or anything on it, but yeah, so that's the background. So let's do a walk around. Hello, Mia. So, as usual, starting off at the front of the bike. Hello, Keiko. The tyre has no air. It's not even on the rim properly. Could do a real clean. The rod brakes are seized quite decisively, so again that will need a clean and some treatment. Comes with a lock, which is usual for bikes of this model, of that period. The fork locks weren't confined to just the Superb models. Got the head badge, which is filthy. There we go. They're looking a lot better. The lamp bracket, which, yeah, it's fairly corroded. So this is a trigger shifter, which I'm reliably informed is from the 60s or 70s rather than the 50s. This bike did have a trigger shifter from new, so it's been replaced. Everything looks absolutely covered. So it's got clamp-on fittings and clips. It's got a pulley wheel to take the shifter cable along the top tube and down the seat stays, as opposed to via the down tube and chain stays. This seat is a Dunlop. Hopefully I can get it out. I have no idea whether this is corroded or not, or seized. So yes, saddle is a Dunlop M15. And then here on the hub you can see 56.8 AG. So this is what started off the detective search, because the frame numbers did not match the time period of the hub. This is very stuck. So yeah, this will need taking apart, full refurb, So the hub will require a full rebuild. The cranks won't turn, so yeah, needs a full strip, which is fine. I've never done a full strip of a hub before. The rear wheel is in a real state. Obviously the tyre is off the rim, but the rim itself, it's got a big nasty dent in it. Hopefully I can get it replaced, or I can carefully beat it back into shape. This may be why this bike hasn't been restored sooner. The rear mudguard is, not surprisingly, rather rusty, and the stays have been, well, they've fallen off, but they're still there. So there could be hope that these are salvageable. Maybe these can be reshaped and attached to the mudguard further up. So those are the two bikes, the 1950 Raleigh Dawn Tourist on the left, and its older sister, the 1940 Ideal Safety on the right. So, question is, which one do I restore first? The lady's bike is, you know, undoubtedly in better condition, since it looks like someone's already had a go at restoring it, or at least getting it running. Oh, the cat's just wandered in the shop. That's Bradley Wiggins. He came with the name, we didn't name him, but it's perfect. Yeah, let me know in comments which one you'd like to see restored first. The let's say challenging men's bike, or the almost ready to go ladies bike. So with that, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon so you know when the next video is out. And until next time, bye for now.